Words hold immense power, often underestimated in daily life. Studies show that a single sentence can trigger neurochemical changes in the brain, influencing decisions and emotions. For instance, Harvard research reveals that positive affirmations activate the reward centers, while negative words heighten stress responses. This scene explores how language silently shapes destinies in urban anonymity, where a text message might be the pivot between despair and transformation. Behind closed doors, millions battle invisible crises. The WHO reports that 1 in 4 people globally experience mental health issues, yet stigma silences many. Our protagonist embodies this, burned out from 80-hour work weeks, a statistic in Korea's overwork culture. The laptop's glow illuminates unpaid bills and a resignation draft, symbols of a breaking point. This scene highlights the isolation preceding breakthroughs. Research from UC Berkeley confirms that concise, empathetic messages can rewire self-perception. The text, "Your worth isn't tied to productivity," arrives from an old mentor. Neuroscience shows such phrases reduce cortisol levels by 23%. The phone's glow captures trembling hands, a physical manifestation of cognitive dissonance breaking. This moment mirrors real-life cases where SMS interventions prevented suicide attempts. Emotional shifts often precede action. Psychologists call this the tipping point of agency. Tears here aren't weakness, but evidence of the brain's amygdala recalibrating, a process documented in fMRI studies. The faint smile signals dopamine release, the first step toward behavioral change. Real-world parallels include Oprah Winfrey's revelation after being told, "You don't need to shout to be heard." Columbia University's research on choice architecture proves that clarity prompts action. The resume in hand represents a 180-degree pivot, from passive suffering to active change. Data shows 68% of career shifts originate from epiphanies, not planning. This scene mirrors Steve Jobs' decision to audit calligraphy classes, which later inspired Mac's typography. The crossroads imagery underscores universal moments of reinvention. Behavioral contagion is real. A 2023 MIT study found that positive habits spread through communities 37% faster than negative ones. The dawn jog, initially a personal ritual, draws nods from neighbors. This mirrors the exercise ripple effect observed in Tokyo, where one runner inspired 18 others within months. Small actions compound. The protagonist's energy becomes a silent catalyst, proving change isn't solitary. Humans unconsciously mirror emotional states, a phenomenon called emotional osmosis. Strangers smile back, not knowing why. Neuroscience confirms facial feedback loops. Even forced smiles boost serotonin. This scene reflects real-world cases, like the Dancing Man viral video, where one man's joy ignited a crowd. The protagonist, once isolated, now radiates energy that subtly alters their ecosystem. Environmental psychology shows that space redesign correlates with mental health recovery. The once dreary apartment now has plants, oxygen boosters, and art, dopamine triggers. This mirrors Harvard's findings on biophilic design, reducing anxiety by 15%. The contrast to scene 2 is intentional. External order reflects internal clarity, a principle used in rehab centers worldwide. Pay-it-forward psychology is quantifiable. A 2022 Nature study found recipients of kindness are 278% more likely to help others. The text sent, "Growth begins when comparisons end," echoes the mentor's original message but personalized. This mirrors message chains used in mental health apps, where users become both healers and healed. The cycle continues, proving words outlive moments. Vulnerability is the thread. University of Houston research shows openness to external input predicts transformational success. The montage reveals diverse recipients, a nurse reading, "Rest isn't laziness," a student seeing, "Grades don't define you." Each story, per UC Davis studies, shares a neural signature, prefrontal cortex activation when receiving unexpected empathy. The urban backdrop unites them all in silent revolution.